Hey, I'm back, and since it's the end of summer and the start of fall, I thought I'd talk about something seasonal, and that is school culture festivals in Japan. So, school culture festivals in Japan are known as bunkasai, and although they're called school cultural festivals, or at least the translation of it is, they really don't have that much to do about culture, really. It's just a fun festival that high school students and junior high school students throw for not only their classmates, but also for their family and other people. And so, I'm going to tell you about these, and if you're ever in Japan around this time, I recommend you go to one. One of the great things about this is not only is it for students, but it's also for just anyone. And so people's parents come, of course, but people from the neighborhood or just random people passing by enter. And you're thinking, why would you enter this kind of festival? And the reason is, these festivals, instead of having to do with culture, they really are just students selling things or showing things that they can do. So oftentimes what they do is they take the classrooms, and each class will set up a shop. So they'll sell certain things like yakitori, which you don't know, it's chicken on a skewer that's roasted or grilled, I should say. Yakisoba, which is fried noodles, ice creams, cotton candy, regular candy, interesting drinks with tapioca in them, like was it bubble tea and all that kind of stuff. So there's all sorts of things you can buy there, which is good by itself. But on top of that, they have like carnival games. So it's fun for younger children too. So it's fun family event you can go to. And on top of that, of course, they have activities like dancing, etc. So these are a really good thing to go to and experience if you want to see what's life like in Japan, or what do high school students actually do and like. This is a way you can do that without looking like a creep and hanging outside high school. So this is one of the few times you can actually go there and experience high school life in Japan for yourself. They always like to get more people there. Probably just because they make more money the more people buy the ice cream and all that other stuff. But besides that, you can also see a few cultural things. So oftentimes during these cultural festivals, they'll have various clubs like the art club, the science club, etc., and they'll do something. And the art club is really interesting because you get to see students' projects. Same thing with the photography club, you get to see various photographs. But I think the most interesting is the Japanese tea club. So most schools, or I should say most, many schools have a Japanese tea ceremony club. And to be honest, it's a little bit rare for people to experience a tea ceremony in Japan. Of course, some people, they take classes on it, and there's places you can do it. But as a foreign person, it's not like I can go to a restaurant and here's a tea ceremony restaurant. It's not really that. So, of course, somebody can do it at their house, but if you're just visiting, do you know someone that actually knows how to do a tea ceremony and is willing to do it with you? Maybe. I've done it before, but like I said, it's not that common. At these festivals, they have a tea ceremony club, and during this time, you can pay a small amount of money, about $5 or so, and you can actually experience a real Japanese tea ceremony where the students dress up in kimonos. They'll actually mix the tea for you with the matcha. If you've never seen it before, it looks very beautiful. It's interesting. And not only is it just making tea, because that's boring, that seems stupid, but it's an actual whole ritual. And they have very nice looking sweets made of anko, which is a red bean paste. I know bean paste sounds disgusting as a dessert, but trust me, it's good. And it looks really beautiful. I'll try to put up some pictures here so you can see it yourself. So besides that, there's all sorts of other things you can do and experience. The only thing I can say is, for some reason, it seems like there's lots of cross-dressing at these festivals for some reason. I shouldn't say there's a lot. It's not like everyone's doing it, but every single festival I've been to, it seems like there were guys dressed as girls for some reason. I guess it's kind of like a comedy thing for fun, but it's is it funny every year, all the time? But I don't know, who knows. Even in an all-boys school where I thought okay, they wouldn't do it there, but they had a Mr. whatever the school's name was, and I thought like, oh, okay, it's gonna be like a contest of like who's the smartest or most athletic, but it was just like about 10 boys dressed as girls with makeup on in their pictures, and people voted on who was the cutest. Strange, but whatever. But each school does their own thing, and oftentimes they have performances too. And I didn't realize how much Japanese people like hip-hop dance until I started going to these festivals, and all the students do like some kind of hip-hop dance performance, and so that's really cool. And also there's singing, there's rock bands playing, and all sorts of things. So if you want to experience some Japanese culture for yourself, and you're like, what, I don't want to go to the tourist places, I want to actually experience what it's like to live in Japan, I recommend going to a school cultural festival. I don't know when they are. Unfortunately, it seems like it's hard to find out, but when they happen, you can see people going in and out of the school. There's big signs outside, and so they usually happen on Saturdays and Sundays. So if you live around there, and if you just moved to Japan, or you're just visiting and you walk by, go in, take a look, have some fun. But hope that gave you some insight into that, and if you have any questions or comments or something you want me to answer, leave it down below. But until next time, see you.